The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. There we go. When we last left our intrepid replay, the Yankees and Baltimore Orioles had started a big weekend series in the Charm City, and it was charming for the Orioles at first. Kenny Singleton, it's a solo shot off a Catfish Hunter in the first. 1-0 Baltimore. Eddie Murray with a triple. His hitting streak is now 12. Then the rest of the ball game was all New York. Chris Chambliss, an RBI single in the fifth to score Mickey Rivers to tie the game at 1. Thurman Munson singled home Willie Randolph to take a 2-1 lead in the seventh. After they failed to get an insurance run in the eighth, Craig Nettles singled home Randolph. The Yankees, behind a four-hitter from Catfish Hunter, beat the Orioles 3-1, and they play next as Retro Sports Network presents Major League Replay 1978. Tonight, from Baltimore's Memorial Stadium, it is the third place New York Yankees and the second place Baltimore Orioles. Jim Beatty versus Mike Flanagan. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Look us up at DigitalDice.com today or find us on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And good afternoon. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the show. Hope you had a happy and safe and healthy holiday weekend. And if you're wondering on YouTube, we're all loaded up through July 11th, so we're now about 1 week behind on the replay. Speaking of the replay, this is a huge one between the Orioles and the Yankees. The Orioles are 1 game ahead of New York on a hot, sticky Saturday night in Baltimore. Mike Flanagan looking for his 13th win of the year. The Orioles are 65-49. Meanwhile, the Yankees are going with the rookie Jim Beatty, who could go about 6-7 innings, but it's okay. The Yankees' pen got the night off with Catfish Hunter throwing the four-hitter. Flanagan could possibly go the route, and so it looks like pretty much normal lineups for both teams. How about that? At least Mike Belanger is not leading off today for the Orioles. So that's what we got for you. The Yankees and the Orioles will have 5 games for you this week, and then a We'll See week next week, as the wife's on vacation, so we'll do some days, and some days we won't do, because she's going to go away. And so let's get to it. Let's play some baseball. That's what you're here for, right? So Mike Flanagan is taking his warm-up tosses. How you doing, DC? Flanagan making his 29th start of the year. He's got 11 more after this, and he, of course, will win the Cy Young Award next year. Is 12-12 with an ERA of 3.59 against the Yankees. This will be his 4th start. How you doing, Mr. Forsberg? He is, however, is 0-3, almost to hardly any fault of his own. In 23 innings, he's allowed 18 hits, 9 runs, all earned. He has walked 3 and struck out 13. And the ERA against the Yankees at 3.52. His last start came against the Blue Jays on the 8th. 6 innings, 7 hits in a win, 3 runs all earned. He walked 4 and struck out 5. Flanagan, by the way, a fastball flyball pitcher at 90. So in 1978, or at least the replay, 203 in the 3rd innings, 194 hits, 9 home runs, 83 runs in total, 81 earned, walked 64 and struck out 130. He beat the Yankees. He lost to the Yankees on the 4th at the stadium, despite only giving up 1 earned run. Here's a lineup for the Yankees. It'll be Mickey Rivers in center field leading off. Willie Randolph will bat second and play second. Thurman Munson is behind the plate. He'll hit third. Lou Piniella is in right. He'll clean up. No Reggie Jackson in the lineup today. Chris Chambliss is at first. He'll bat fifth. Cliff Johnson, the DH, will go sixth. Maybe at some point he'll start to hit. Some of us don't want that. Craig Nettles at third will bat seventh. Roy White is in left field. He'll go eighth. And Bucky Dent is at short, batting ninth. Defensively for Baltimore, Pat Kelly a 5 and a 3 in left. Larry Harlow a 6 and a 5 in center. And Singleton is a 6 and a 7 in right. Doug DeCinces is a 7 at third. Mark Belanger a 10 at short. Rich Dower a 6 at second. Eddie Murray a 6 at first. And Rick Dempsey behind the plate is a 5 and a 7. Flanagan is ready. Tribe fan getting an ad for Buffalo Wild Wings. Lorenzo's got a brother that's not doing all that well, and so hopefully he'll be here. And so, if not, he'll catch it later, but hopefully at some point. We're on every weekday this week, so thanks for catching up. And if you're watching on YouTube, this game will probably be seen the 12th. So we're now only 6 days behind as opposed to the 3 weeks we got down at one point. So, anywho, Mickey Rivers makes me want to cough. At 303, 5 homers and 31 RBI. And my knowledge of the ABA isn't that extensive. So, I know it was a red, white, and blue ball and a 3-point line. That's what I know that came out of the ABA. So, Flanagan's ready. It's a hot night. Let's get going. The pitch, Rivers, right back to Flanagan. Over to Murray, 1 out. So the Orioles are 65 and 49. The Yankees are 64 and 50. And that tells you this is game 115 for both teams. Willie Randolph at 275, 2 homers and 25 RBI. Wind blowing right to left at 8 miles an hour, keeping the folks in the outfield cool. It is not a cool night here in Baltimore. Pitch to Willie is a ground ball to Belanger over to Murray for the second out. I've never heard of a crush referred to as a sneaker. I have a sneaker for somebody. That's a new one to me. Is that a West Coast thing? Thurman Munson at 267. 3 homers and 54 RBI. 2 out, top the first, no score. And Munson fly ball to left. Kelly into foul territory, and somebody from Laurel, a little mustard on his tie from the racetrack, will make the catch, and the count is 3-2. So Munson, 17 doubles and a triple to go with those 3 home runs. Hits it into right field. Back goes Singleton to the corner, and that will be the end of the inning. No runs, no hits, and no errors. Half an inning down here in Baltimore. New York, nothing. Here comes the birdies. And Jim Beatty is just what the Orioles have in mind here. He's 3-7 with an ERA of 5.20, making his 15th start of the year, so 7 more down the stretch over the last 6 weeks of the season or so. He has pitched twice against Baltimore, and again, the Orioles have hit him hard. 0-2 with an ERA of 7.20, 10 innings, 16 hits, 8 runs all earned. He's walked 6 and struck out 5. He throws the fastball at 90 and does not favor the ground ball or the fly ball. His last start was against the Red Sox on August 3rd. And the Red Sox appropriately lit him up like a Christmas tree. 4 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs, all earned. He's walked 3 and struck out 4. So in 79 2/3 innings, he's allowed 94 hits, 9 homers, so he's already exceeded his real-life total. 50 runs, 46 earned. He has walked 31 and struck out 40. Thank you, Tebow. Good to have you along, Gilles. And Jamie, how are you? Go Birds. So it's a pro-Baltimore crowd in the house today. Pat Kelly will lead off for Baltimore. In left field, Rick Dempsey behind the plate will bat second. Ken Singleton in right will go third. Eddie Murray at first cleans up. Doug DeCinces, who we've already determined is extremely underrated, is at third and bat fifth. Lee May, the DH, will go sixth. Larry Harlow in center will bat seventh. Rich Dower will hit eighth and second. And Mark Belanger at ninth will play short. And Flanagan threw 12 pitches in the first. Defensively for New York, it's not their best outfield defense. Roy White is a 7 in left, but with a 1 arm. Mickey Rivers an 8 and a 5 in center, and Lou Piniella a 5 and a 2 in right. The infield, however, is pretty gosh darn good. Craig Nettles is a 10 at third. Bucky Dent a 6 at short. Willie Randolph a 7 at second. Chris Chambliss a 10 at first. And Thurman Munson is a 9 and an 8 behind the plate. With Beatty a 7 on the mound with a 9.23 fielding percentage. Kelly's not going to bunt here. Yankees are playing back. Kelly at 329, 6 homers and 23 RBI. And the pitch, and Kelly pops it up right side. Randolph and Chambliss converge. I believe it's Chambliss, and there's one out. Brings up Mr. Dempsey. Rick at 212, 5 homers and 32 RBI. Pitch to Rick is a fly ball to right. Piniella goes a bit to the left because of the wind and makes the catch deep for the out. 2 out for Singleton, who's already matched his real-life home run total. 278, 20 homers, but only 48 RBI. Beatty deals. Struck him out. He got him. He tipped it in the glove of Munson, and Munson hangs on, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the second here in Baltimore. The Yankees nothing. The Brewers. The Birds nothing. So Piniella, Chambliss, and Cliff Johnson. JT Dutch, how are you? Here in the top of the second, Piniella at 272. 2 homers and 36 RBI. Flanagan's pitch to short. Belanger deep in the hole. Snaps it over to first for the out. What a play by Belanger. 1 out. With you all week at noon Eastern. 5 straight days of baseball right here. And that should, 13, 14, 15, take us through the 16th of August. Chris Chambliss at 265, 8 homers and 63 RBI. And Chris pops it up Dower into foul territory, runs over, makes the catch, 2 out. For Cliff Johnson at 176. I don't even think that's his weight. 3 homers and 15 RBI. Flanagan from the wind into center field. Harlow moves over, makes the catch, and that will retire the side. The Yankees go down in order again. We go to the bottom of the second. It's still no score. And so, some people to say hello to. Crick Bob. Followed 5 days ago, the Plague League, which I suppose would be the opposite of the Human League. We don't want you, baby. Don't want you, oh, away. Okay. And, well, really it comes out to a water field, but it's H2O field. Followed this morning, as a matter of fact. So for the 3 of you, thank you very much. You're now part of the 123 in this gaggle of people who watch on Twitch. Murray at 298. Eddie's hit 20 homers and driven in 80. DeCinces and May to follow. And Murray sitting on a 12-game hitting streak. And make it 13. He slaps that one into left center, and that's the first hit for anybody. And Murray loves the Yankees pitching. Like I love chicken wings. Here's DeCinces at 242. 20 homers and 64 RBI. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. So the Orioles have 2 on and nobody out. Full count, fastball was high and away. And that'll bring up Lee May at 245, 20 homers and 70 RBI. So the Orioles threatening here. We'll show you the standings in a moment. May in the left. White doesn't have to move too much. Makes the catch. Murray will not tag. And there's one out. So as Larry Harlow steps to the plate, we can tell you that the Orioles trail the Brewers by 1.5 games. The Yankees by 2.5. The Red Sox have moved to Washington. And the American League West, Kansas City, Texas, and California all lost the night before. So everything is copacetic there. And the Twins 5.5 out. National League, the Dodgers have won 2 straight. Oh, Lorenzo, where are you? And so their lead over the Reds is now 4.5. The Padres beat the Reds, and so they stay 7 out. And in the National League East, the Philadelphia Phillies have beaten the Pirates again, and so that lead is 3.5. And now, if I was to venture to guess, I would say right now it would be the Dodgers, the Pirates, the Royals, and the Brewers. Yeah, +8. I don't see how the Yankees win this division with a run differential that's even worse than... Well, look, Minnesota is at 57 and 56 at 0. And San Diego's at 18 at 61 and 55. The Yankees, I mean, if you're looking at where their Achilles heel is, it's at the stadium. They're 28 and 30 in the Bronx. So 1 out, Harlow at 252, 9 homers, and 43 RBI. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. Yep, 4 tremendous races. And so even with the real season starting, hopefully on the 23rd, that we will continue to do this day by day the rest of the way. Bases loaded for Dower at 252, 3 homers, and 29 RBI. So Murray on third, DeCinces on second. He should score on a single. And Harlow on first. Pitch to Dower. In the left center, Rivers rides the Schwinn. He'll get it. Murray will tag. They're going to run on Rivers. The throw goes in the infield, and the Orioles go up 1-0. So Baltimore draws first blood. And that'll bring up Belanger with 2 out, hitting .218, no homers, and 22 RBI. So DeCinces on second, Harlow on first. Just the start of things here in Baltimore. Here's the pitch to Belanger. Struck him out. He looked at a 1-2 fastball for strike 3. And the Orioles will strand 2. A run, however, on a hit. And no errors. After 2, 1-0 birdies. These ballparks can be deceiving, Jamie, as far as that goes. But he had an 81% chance, and Rivers is a 5-arm. And Murray wasn't all that slow as a kid. I'm surprised they didn't try to throw home, but it's only the second inning. Here's Nettles, White, and Dent coming up. Craig at 327, 20 homers, and 72 RBI. Flanagan starts the third. Ground ball to Dower by the bag over to Murray. 1 out. That's how you do it. Here's White. Roy at 272. 4 homers and 25 RBI. Ball 4. So, first runner for the Yankees brings up Bucky Dent at 228. 3 homers and 20 RBI. White not really a threat to steal on first. Pitch to Dent is a fly ball left center field. Harlow goes back to the track, makes the catch. White will hold 2 out.
Oops. Someone want to tell me if I'm still on? Because I see there was a network error.
Okay. All right. I am live. All right. And now I see the game. Okay, so Rivers is 0 for 1. Flanagan, 2 2/3 innings, 32 pitches for 9 batters and a walk. And that be it. So whatever we were chatting about, I lost it because I refreshed the screen. Pitch to Rivers is ball 4. So Flanagan kicks the mound. It was a 3-0 count, and Flanagan wasn't even close. So 2 walks for Mike. Here's Randolph, who's 0 for 1. Yankees runners on first and second. 2 out, top the third. Here's the pitch, and there's a fly ball to left, but Kelly will get it, and that will retire the side. Yankees stringing 2 on 2 walks, no runs, no hits, and no errors, and 1 bad Bobby Brady impression. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Baltimore 1, the Yankees nothing. And so that'll bring up the top of the lineup for Pat Kelly. Beatty threw 9 batters, 39 pitches, 2 innings, a hit, a run it was earned, or it is earned. He has walked 2 and struck out 2. And Kelly is 0 for 1. And there's a base hit right field. That just got punched in there. And so that's the 2nd hit. Kelly with a rope for a single to right. When it's time to change. Every once in a while that voice will crack like this. And so, yep. Here's Rick Dempsey. Rick is 0 for 1. Beatty, not worried about Kelly on first. But we'll throw there anyway. And he's back. 87 degrees, and the wind is now blowing in from right at 8 miles an hour. And this ballpark, which normally plays big, is playing big. And there's a chopper to third. Nettles to Randolph for 1. Can they go around the horn to Chambliss? Yes, they do. Call it 2. 5, 4, 3. And there's 2 outs for Kenny Singleton, who struck out his first time up. Beatty really needs to keep the Yankees in this ball game. 2.5 behind Milwaukee, who is about to play a doubleheader with Boston. Ball 4. So the full count. 2 out walk. Not what Beatty needed. And here's Eddie Murray. Murray singled and scored on the sac fly by Dower in the 2nd. Beatty rocks and deals. And there's a high fly ball to right. Piniella will watch it hit the wall. Singleton will round 3rd. Murray will score. And it's 2-0 Baltimore. And so everybody goes and grabs a natty bow for that. Brings up the Sensei, who walked his first time up. 2 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 2-0 Baltimore. Line drive to Nettles. And in a ballpark where you know how to play a vacuum cleaner, Craig Nettles is playing the part. But the Orioles get a run on the hit by Murray. We go to the 4th. Well, they put 2 more hits on and leave a runner after 3. Baltimore 2, New York nothing. So Munson, Piniella, and Chambliss to face Flanagan here in the 4th. And Thurm is 0 for 1. A base hit left side, but Landry Dove couldn't get there. So that's the first hit for the Yankees. Talking about going through the twilight zone for DJ John to get here. Why do you say that? You remember, you got to put the foil around the rabbit ears to get the Retro Sports Network. Here's Piniella. He's 0 for 1. Munson on first. Flanagan deals, and there's a base hit left field. Kelly will pick it up on a hop. Kelly got a late jump, and that dropped in for a single. So the Yankees are threatening again. And here's Chambliss, who's 0 for 1. Picture, if you will, a baseball game. Played 42 years after the fact. only on the Twilight Zone. Is that what you were going for, JT? Pitch to Chambliss is a ground ball to third. To Sensei to Dower for one. They might get two. Chambliss is trying to run and doesn't get him. So that's a fielder's choice, 5-4. So Munson on third with one out and Chambliss on first. For Cliff Johnson, who's 0 for 1. Thank you. Thank you very much. Or a baseball game where a runner starts on second base in extra innings. I'm not too concerned about that, to be honest. Now, if we can start to get game times under 2 hours and 45 minutes, then we don't need runners on to start that. But after 4 hours of watching people strike out, I want to be awake for the end of a ball game, personally. Just my point of view here. Pitch to Johnson is popped up. That won't score anybody. Belanger will grab it. Wasn't even an infield fly rule. 2 out, and Munson and Chambliss remain the same. A baseball game where umpires have been replaced by robots. Can you imagine Billy Martin, Earl Weaver, Bobby Cox kicking dirt on a robot? That's when the Roomba would come out and suck it all off their shoes. There's Nettles. He's 0 for 1. So runners on the corners, 2 out. Still 2-0 Baltimore. Nettles, line drive to DeCinces, who robs a double. Oh, baby. His main name may not be Brooks Robinson, but he leapt and caught that one and got a good foot off the ground. The Yankees strand 2. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 2-0 Baltimore. Yeah, you know, I guess I get it. We'll see. You know, it's a good year to experiment. Brooks might have had it, but so did Doug. And yes, they will argue with Rosie the Maida, who will send them to work with Mr. Spacely for a week. Gene Vanderpyle, the voice of Rosie the Robot, and Wilma Flintstone. Extra innings, of course, mean more Farmer John hot dogs. And, of course, if we get another stretch, Nancy Dell on the organ, and she'll be putting another farmer in the Dell. Yeah, that's true. How managers have been transformed from celebrities with strong personalities into almost entry-level coffee boys. Although, I wouldn't say that about Terry Francona. There still are some larger-in-life things, but again, you know, you look at someone like Joe Madden. Oh, you want me to play the game? Lee Mays 0 for 1, by the way. Harlow and Dower to follow. Pitch to May, struck him out. Beatty got him to check on an 0-2 for strike 3. I mean, people really have a strong dislike for Joe Madden, and I never understood it. Yeah, and JT Judge just said the same thing. I think a lot of these managers are just new. Entry-level coffee boys. Hello, Gabe Kapler. Well, in his case, John, he'd be an entry-level smoothie boy. I don't think he drinks a lot of coffee. By the way, someone by the name of DJ John just had a birthday. Wish him one, will ya? Harlow walked his first time up, base hit, right side, picked up by Rivers. And that's the 4th hit for the Orioles. Rich Dower, sac fly. His first time up, that was his 30th RBI. Pitch from Beatty is a fly ball to left. That goes White in the corner for the out. So 2 out, runner on first for Belanger. We said the ballpark's playing big. Low average for the hitters. Lefties -1%, righties -6. But home runs, it's going to take one to get out of here tonight. -14% for the lefties and -20 for the righties. And someone asked how I know that. And it's just on the top of my screen where you can't see it. I made sure that got cut off. Oh, we're all playing a kid's game. And 54 isn't old. You've only got 5 years on me. I'll be 49 at Thanksgiving. Belanger struck out his first time up. Harlow is safe. So Beatty already at 76 pitches. He's supposed to go 105. Flanagan about halfway through his expected pitch count. Ground ball is short. Dent throws it to first, and that will retire the side. Orioles leave a man on. No runs, a hit, and no errors. After 4, Baltimore 2, New York nothing. So we go to the 5th. White, Dent, and Rivers to face Flanagan. Roy walked his first time up. Pitch struck him out. He got him on a 1-2 curve for strike 3. And so 1 away for Dent. Bucky is 0 for 1. Flanagan kicks and deals. Ground ball to third. DeCinces across the way to Murray for the out. 2 away. So top of the lineup, Flanagan through 18 batters, 70 pitches, 4 2/3 innings, 2 hits. He has walked 2 and struck out 1. And one of those walks was to Mickey Rivers. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Little chopper to Belanger, almost behind the mound, over to Murray, and they got him. So heads up play, retires the side. Time for the commercial. Halfway home, Baltimore 2, New York nothing. And so if you joined us late, Rich Dower with a sac fly in the second to make it 1-0. Eddie Murray hitting streak at 13. He singled in the second and doubled home a run in the third. And that's how he got here. 2 runs, 4 hits for the Birdies. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the Yankees. And so those are the pitching lines for you. 2-hitter for Flanagan. Through 5, and Beatty, you're about to get the whole enchilada anyway. So Beatty hasn't pitched poorly. He's just been outpitched. It happens. Beatty at 82 pitches through 18 batters. 4 innings, 4 hits. He's walked 3 and struck out 3. Pat Kelly 1 for 2 with a single. Tribe fan must have ordered some wings over the weekend, as he wants to join the Navy. Isn't that sweet? So Kelly's hits a base hit into right field. That's extra bases. He runs to second. Not in time. So the 5th hit for Baltimore. And the Orioles start the bottom of the 5th with a runner in scoring position. Here's Dempsey. He's 0 for 2 and grounded into a double play. Beatty's pitch. Ground ball to Dent. He'll tag Kelly for the out. So Kelly got the jump and Dent was coming in, so Kelly was a dead duck. And the throw to first, Dempsey was going to beat it out. And so 1 out, and the Yankees get the lead runner. 6-U on the fielder's choice. At 6'4", I would not recommend the Navy to anyone at that height. I'll take your word for it. At 5'2" and 48 years old, I don't think I was going to join anyway, but that's just me. Here's Singleton. He has walked and scored and struck out, so he's 0 for 1. Pitch got away from Munson, and Dempsey will go up to second on the wild pitch. So the count moves to 2-1. And now you're going to wonder who the Yankees are going to bring in. Yep, Jamie, he did pitch for the Yankees. This was his rookie year. He actually got a start in the World Series, if I remember correctly. And, of course, made most of his hay with the Seattle Mariners. Pitch to Singleton. Struck him out. That's a biggie. A 2-2 swung on and missed. Off-speed pitch, and there's 2 out for Murray, who has singled, doubled, scored, and drove in a run. Munson and Beatty stall for time. Yankee bullpen must be busy. Murray, base hit, right center field. Dempsey will score. And the throw goes in the infield. It's 3-0. And Kenny Clay will come in to pitch. And so that's the ball game for Mr. Beatty. JT Dutch says that Beatty did pitch in Game 5, and the Yankees won it 12-2. So let's tell you about Kenny Clay. He's on a 4-game, well, he's won all 4 decisions. An ERA of 4.77. This is his 27th appearance of the year. He is due to make one more start. This is his 5th appearance against Baltimore. He has thrown 2 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, all earned. He has walked 3 and struck out 2 against Baltimore. He hasn't pitched in 10 days. He went an inning out of the pen against Boston, allowed a hit and struck out a batter. So in 77 1/3 innings, he has struck out, or he's allowed 103 hits, 45 runs, 41 earned, 7 homers, 24 walks, and 40 strikeouts. He's a ground ball plus pitcher, and that fastball tops out at 86. The Sensei is 0 for 1 with a walk, and Murray, the runner on with first with 2 out. Figueroa, Jamie, did have some great years with the Yankees, although he's not doing well in this replay. But was bad in the postseason, maybe got his turn. The Yankees had injury problems all year. Ron, yes. Did I tell you I found my final standings for my 78 Strat replay? No, you didn't. 4 teams in the American League East with 100-plus wins. Wow. And so did anybody in the West break 500? Pitch to the Sensei is a line drive to left. White is there, and that will retire the side. So a run on 2 hits and no errors. We go to the 6th, Baltimore 3, the Yankees nothing. He's also had some starts, Jamie. So that probably will do that. The Yankees pitching at times has been a goo-goo cluster. So Willie Randolph is 0 for 2. Munson and Piniella to follow. Flanagan, 72 pitches through 5. Here's the pitch to Randolph. Up the middle, Dower by the bag. Over to Murray. 1 out. Brings up Munson. Thurman is 1 for 2 with a single. Al, Red Sox fan, how are you? You know, Guidry went a lot of innings, and Figueroa can eat him up. But then the back end of that rotation of Beatty, Hunter, they're really Dick Tidrow. I mean, there might be a 3 in that 3. Toronto had 44 wins, Seattle 56, Oakland 64. Which just begs the question for the Athletics, will you still need them? Will you still feed them when they win 64? Pitch to Munson is a fly ball to right. Singleton is there for the out, 2 out. Yeah, Al, Red Sox fan, Glory Days Boxing Marathon. He's doing a tournament on his channel. Just loves that game. Here's Piniella. 1 for 2. Sweet Lou with a single. Here's the pitch, and there's a ground ball to the Sensei. Over to Murray for the out. And that will retire the side. The Yankees go in order. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's the Orioles 3, the Yankees nothing. So May, Harlow, and Dower. Lee is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for Baltimore. They've left 5 on. The Yankees, no runs, 2 hits, and no errors, and they've stranded 4. Al on vacation or just working from home? Pitch to May is a fly ball to left. White has it for the out. 1 away. Brings up Harlow, who has singled and walked. He's 1 for 1. We're with you all week, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. For baseball, August 12th, Saturday, 1978. Pitch to Harlow is a line drive up the middle, and Larry has got his second hit of the ball game. Al's on vacation. Nice. Here's Dower, who's 0 for 1 with an RBI. 7th hit for the Orioles. Clay can go 70 pitches if need be. Throw to first, Harlow back. Still muggy, 85 here in Baltimore. Wind's now blowing in from center at 8. And Dower slaps that one to second. Randolph throws it to Dent for 1. I don't think they got Dower. No, in fact, he threw it away. A high throw. It's not an error on the fielder's choice. Dower will hold it first, and it goes 4-6 on the card. So 2 out for Belanger, who was 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Pitch to Mark. Struck him out. Clay got him. Fastball in there at the knees, and that will retire the side. We go to the 7th. Baltimore 3, New York nothing. So Chambliss, Cliff Johnson, and Craig Nettles here in the 7th, as Flanagan works on a 2-hitter. Chambliss is 0 for 2. Ground ball to second. Dower dives, stops, throws, out. So brings up Johnson, who's 0 for 2. Al, I got a question for you. Your thoughts on Title Bout 2? Pitch. There's a ground ball to Murray. Over to Flanagan. 2 out. So Flanagan cruising right along. If he does get the win, he would go to 13-12. Yeah, I'm thinking about picking up the PC game. I know it comes with, 100 heavies? Nettles 0 for 2. I know there's a demo for it. Here's the pitch. In the left center field, Harlow makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Stretch time, 3-0 Orioles. Yeah, I saw there was a couple of photo packs for it. Pat Kelly 2 for 3. Single and a double. And Al enjoys it. Here's the pitch. There's a base hit. He's going to go 3 for 4. Into right center it goes. A little Texas leaguer. So that's the 8th hit for Baltimore. Rick Dempsey is 0 for 3. Not sure I can have another license to renew for the main title bout. I do fight so often, you understand, about once or twice a year. So here's Dempsey. Here to throw to first, Kelly back. Yeah, no, I really can't play the board game, or else I'd be playing Anthony's Glory Days. Pitch to Dempsey. Gets away from Munson, and Kelly moves up to second on the wild pitch. So 1-2 the count. Nobody out. Bottom of the 7th. 3-0 Baltimore. Remember, the Brewers and Red Sox were theoretically playing a doubleheader as we speak. And so we'll have that and the rest of the day in baseball after the ball game. Pitch to Dempsey is a liner to Dent, who makes a good catch. Kelly saw that one all the way for the out. Yeah, Richard Hanna and anybody would make the ultimate game, but yes. Don't know. I mean, we know Anthony. I've known Anthony for 20 years. Didn't put 2 and 2 together. I'd love to be able to easily play Glory Days. It's just a lot of things to have on a lot of different screens. No fault. It's a very good game. But yes, I agree. Payoff pitch is one I want to see put on the PC as well. Pitch to Singleton is a fly ball to right. Piniella has it for the out. Kelly will tag. He's going to run. The throw to third is in time. In time. It's a double play. Piniella got all of that and a bag of chips on that throw. And Kelly is out trying to go to third. We go to the 8th. 3-0. Here it is again. It was a pretty hard hit ball, and Piniella was going the wrong way. But he threw it in for the out. A title about PC for 14. Yes. Flow is something that Dave Gardner and I talk about a lot on the show. Roy White, Bucky Dent, and Mickey Rivers. White 0 for 1. He's walked and struck out. I gotta say, we're going to be doing the 64 Olympics on the channel. And I know you changed the rule, Al, for the boxing. I did a sample on it, and it was kind of interesting how you would determine a knockout before you would determine the fight. Pitch to White is a fly ball to right. Singleton is there, 1 out. So there's still a buzz about Pat Kelly being thrown out trying to get to third. Here's Bucky. He's 0 for 2. Flanagan's pitch. And there's a ground ball base hit up the middle. Only the third hit for the Yankees. Flanagan threw 27 batters. 7 1/3 innings. 91 pitches. 3 hits. He's walked 2 and struck out 1. Yep, Frazier should be the gold medal winner in 64. It's the only boxer I recognized. Anthony did a wonderful job with Glory Days boxing. He does paint a great picture for that. It's a good cards and dice game for sure. Rivers is 0 for 2 with a walk. Dent on first. Mickey up the middle. Flanagan snags it, throws to first for the out. I watched the film of George Foreman's 68 gold medal win, and then Al found the link to Howard Cosell's call, which is just excellent in that. And Foreman, I didn't realize it was a 19th or 20th career fight. Fought the Soviet heavyweight and bloodied him. He just beat him to an absolute pulp. Such raw power. Anyway, here's Randolph. He's 0 for 3. Yeah, absolutely just destroyed him. Pitch to Randolph is a liner to left. That should score a run. Dent will round third and score. Kelly picked it up, and it's 3-1. The film I've seen of Frazier's fight in 64 is more of one of those artistic jobbies. The cuts in the film are just terrible. You know, it's kind of like if you were doing a highlight film for people who didn't really want to watch highlights. So here's Munson. He's 1 for 3. Throw to first. Randolph is back. So 2 out. Flanagan still not yet at 100 pitches. Pitch to Thurman. Popped up right side. Dower will get the rainmaker, and that will retire the side. The Yankees get on the board on 2 hits and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's Baltimore 3, the Yankees 1. So Eddie Murray will lead off the bottom of the inning. He's 3 for 3 with 2 RBI and a run scored. DeCinces and May to follow. Yep, he did. He held up the flag. He's from what, California? I mean, today, you go whatever sport you're going to, you go into training when you're 8. And that's all you do. And it just seems to me that Foreman just kind of came into it late. Houston, okay. Came into it late in the game and suddenly found Olympic gold. And, of course, millions, and as an extremely successful professional boxer, named all of his boys George. Pitch to Murray is a fly ball to right. Piniella in the corner has it for the out, 1 away. So here's DeCinces, who's 0 for 2. Piniella, Chambliss, and we'll see for the Yankees in the 9th. Play at 43 pitches in 2 2/3 innings. And there's a ground ball to Chambliss. Takes it to the bag himself. 2 out. So Clay, coming in for Beatty, has held the Orioles pretty much at will. Lee May is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. The pitch. And there's a fly ball left field. Rivers will make the catch, and we go to the 9th. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 8, it's Baltimore 3, New York 1. So Flanagan, as we start the 9th, should have about 30 pitches left. Piniella is 1 for 3. Lou has a single. Flanagan has only struck out 1 and walked 2. Yankees have left 5 runners on, the Orioles 6. A fly ball to right, Singleton, 1 out. That was a loud, long, sharp fly ball that tailed down the line, and Singleton made the catch, 1 away. Yankees got a run in the 8th. Baltimore running the 2nd, running the 3rd, and then running the 5th. Chambliss, 0 for 3. Up the middle, Harlow all the way to the wall, and Chambliss is on with a stand-up double. Harlow was coming in, it skipped past him. Larry went one way, the ball went the other, and Larry got it over by the wall, and the Yankees had the tying run on. For Cliff Johnson, who's 0 for 3. Let's see what they do. You got to figure Jackson's on the bench. He can't be any worse than Heathcliff here. Pitch to Johnson is into center field. Harlow will grab it, 2 out. Chambliss will hold, and the Yankees are down to their last chance here. For Craig Nettles, who was 0 for 3. So the Orioles hope to go up by another game at least. And then we'll see in a moment how the rest of the day went in baseball. Here's the pitch to Nettles. Up the middle, a base hit. We're not done yet. Chambliss will score. It's 3-2. Brings up Roy White, who is 0 for 2. He has walked and struck out. Mr. Weaver with the Chesterfields rocking back and forth in the dugout. Dent on deck. Flanagan and Dempsey get on the same page. Stanhouse warming up. The pitch. Liner to left. The ball game is over. Pat Kelly was there, and so it was a scary 9th. But scare is over. The Orioles have beaten the Yankees 3-2. And so Mike Flanagan, got close game, goes to 13-12, 9 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, all earned. He walked 2 and struck out 1. Beatty with minus stuff. Yep, the Yankee run differential goes down to 7. And Kenny Clay, 3 1/3 innings of shutout baseball. And so Eddie Murray is going to be our MVP. He went 3 for 4 with 2 RBI. And so, hello. So let's play the rest of the day in baseball, shall we? It's a busy, busy day. And the doubleheader between the Brewers and the Red Sox is a split. We are on tonight, by the way. DJ John from Monday Night Support Chat. Around 6:30 Eastern. 3:30 Pacific. All right, so here we go. Doubleheader at Fenway. Milwaukee takes the opener 5-3. Stein with a win, Wright with a loss. Ben Ogilvy with his 10th of the year. But in the nightcap, Bob Stanley gets the win. He goes to 2-1. Boston 4, Milwaukee 3. Caldwell takes a loss. He goes to 13-7. Dwight Evans has a 15-game hitting streak. David Clyde shuts out the Rangers 4-0. Cleveland gets the win. Doyle Alexander goes to 9-10. Andy Thornton has now hit 30 homers on the year. Cardinals beat the Mets 2-0. John Denny goes to 9-10. Kevin Cobell is 2-4. In 10 innings, Montreal 3, the Cubs 2. Stan Bonson goes to 3-3. Donnie Moore takes his first loss of the year. Blackwell 2 for 2. Minnesota beats Oakland 3-1. Perzanowski goes to 1-3. Steve Renko is 0 for 78. Well, he's really 0 for 10. Philadelphia 6, Pittsburgh 2. Randy Lurch goes to 10-5. Jim Bibby takes a loss. Bake McBride 2 for 4 with a triple. Toronto 7, Kansas City 4. Jim Clancy goes to 8-10. Paul Splittorff 11-13. Bob Baylor with 2 for 4 with a triple. The White Sox beat the Tigers 7-6-11. Jim Willoughby beats John Hiller. Willoughby goes to 5-6. Rodriguez 2 for 5 with a 7th home run of the year. Houston 3, Atlanta 1 in 11 innings. Joe Sambito goes to 7-7. Campbell Soup goes to 2-5. Jose Cruz with his 6th of the year. J.R. Richard goes 10 and strikes out 17. Imagine that. Seattle doubleheader. They split with California. California takes game 1 4-1. Don Asse gets the win. He goes to 9-10. Colburn with the loss. And Paul Mitchell does your hair and wins game 2. He goes to 7-8. They win 8-4. Leon Roberts bombs 3 home runs. Seattle pounds out 16 hits. He drives in 4. Now, in the National League West, San Francisco 6, Los Angeles 5. Bob Knepper beats Tommy John. Knepper goes to 15-8. Cruz 3 for 4 with 2 doubles. But the Dodgers don't lose any ground. San Diego 6, Cincinnati 1. Gaylord Perry goes to 10-9. He beats Tom Seaver. Ozzie Smith goes to 14-5. Ozzie Smith 3 for 3 with a double and 2 stolen bases. Is that it? That's it. Okay. So, San Francisco and Los Angeles is our game tomorrow at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Philadelphia by 4.5 over Pittsburgh. Los Angeles 4.5 over Cincinnati. San Diego sneaking in there now at 6. Milwaukee by a game over Baltimore. 3 over New York and 9 over Boston. And in the West, Kansas City by a 1.5 over Texas and 2 over California. Texas and Cleveland a doubleheader. And I think that's it for the pennant doubleheaders. And so that's what we got. So tomorrow, Sunday the 13th, it'll be the Dodgers and the Giants from Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. And until then, I'm Ron Juckett. We'll talk to you tomorrow right here on Retro Sports Network. Have a good day, everybody.